Jon Anderson, born John Roy Anderson on October 25, 1944, in Accrington, England, is a singer, songwriter, and musician best known as the co-founder and longtime frontman of the progressive rock band Yes. With his ethereal tenor voice, poetic lyrics, and boundless imagination, Anderson became the spiritual heartbeat of Yes, guiding the band through their most creative and commercially successful eras. His work redefined the possibilities of rock music, blending complex arrangements, mystical storytelling, and a sense of childlike wonder. But Jon Anderson is more than just a rock star. He's a seeker, a dreamer, and a philosopher whose music transcends genre, inviting listeners into a world of cosmic harmony and existential curiosity. In this video, we'll unpack the life and legacy of a man whose voice became the soundtrack to progressive rock's golden age. Jon Anderson's journey began in post-war England, where he grew up in a working-class family. His early years were marked by a love for music, though formal training eluded him. Instead, he absorbed influences from his siblings' record collection, discovering everything from the Beatles to Miles Davis. The spark of inspiration. As a teenager, Anderson taught himself to sing by mimicking his idols, including Paul McCartney and Van Morrison. He began performing in local clubs and pubs, honing his craft in bands like the Warriors and the Gun. A fateful meeting. In 1968, Anderson crossed paths with bassist Chris Squire at a London club. Bonding over their shared love of vocal harmonies and experimental music, they formed Yes, a band destined to revolutionize rock. A new era of progressive rock. Yes emerged during a time of radical musical experimentation. The late 1960s and early 1970s saw rock music evolving into a platform for ambitious compositions, and Yes became a flagship act of the burgeoning progressive rock movement. The classic lineup with Anderson on vocals, Steve Howe guitar, Chris Squire bass, Rick Wakeman keyboards, and Bill Bruford drums. Yes crafted a sound that fused classical structures, jazz improvisation, and rock energy. The Yes album, 1971, marked Yes' shift from psychedelic pop to prog epics like Starship Trooper. Fragile, 1971, introduced iconic tracks like Roundabout and cemented Anderson's role as the band's lyricist. Close to the Edge, 1972, a 19-minute title track that redefined the concept of a song. Yes Golden Age, albums that defined a genre. The 1970s were Yes' creative peak, with Anderson steering the band toward increasingly ambitious projects. Tales from Topographic Oceans, 1973, a double album inspired by Hindu scriptures. This polarizing work showcased Anderson's fascination with spirituality. Rilla, 1974, a jazz-infused odyssey featuring the epic gates of delirium. Going for the One, 1977, a return to shorter, anthemic tracks like Wondrous Stories. Anderson's lyrics during this era explored themes of unity, transcendence, and the search for meaning, a stark contrast to the rock norms of rebellion and romance. Jon Anderson's lyrical genius, spirituality, philosophy, and cosmic themes. Anderson's words are as integral to Yes' identity as their music. Drawing from Eastern philosophy, science fiction, and mystical literature, his lyrics are poetic puzzles that invite interpretation. Unity and oneness. Songs like In You and I reflect Anderson's belief in universal connection. Quest for Knowledge, Siberian Khatru, and Awaken delve into humanity's spiritual evolution. Nature and the Cosmos. Tracks like Starship Trooper blend sci-fi imagery with ecological messages. Anderson once said, "Music is the language of the soul." I want to take people on a journey to places they've never imagined. Jon Anderson's voice, high-pitched, agile, and otherworldly, became Yes' defining instrument. His ability to sustain notes with crystalline clarity, e.g., Owner of a Lonely Heart, inspired generations of singers. Collaborators like Eddie Vedder and Annie Haslam cite him as a key influence. Challenges and departures. The turbulent years in Yes. Yes' success came with internal strife, creative differences, financial pressures, and health issues led to Anderson's temporary exits in 1980 and 2008. The 1980s. After the commercial smash, 90,125, 1983, Anderson struggled with the band's pop-oriented direction. The 2000s, a near-fatal asthma attack in 2008, led to his replacement by Benoit David. Though he briefly reunited with Yes for the Union Tour, 1991, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, 2017, Anderson's relationship with the band remains complex. Solo career and collaborations, beyond Yes. Outside Yes, Anderson forged a prolific solo career and partnered with artists across genres. Unveils of Untold, 1976, a concept album about an alien exodus, entirely performed by Anderson. Animation, 1982, a synth-driven exploration of technology and humanity. Vangelis, the duo created new age classics like I'll Find My Way Home and State of Independence. Anderson Pawnee Band, a jazz rock fusion project with violinist Jean-Luc Pawnee. Anderson's impact extends far beyond Yes. He inspired genres from new age to art rock, and his ethos of positivity and exploration resonates in artists like Steven Wilson and Florence and the Machine. Steve Howe. John's voice was the glue that held Yes together. He made us believe we could touch the sky. Rick Wakeman. He's a mystic in a world of cynics. Personal life, philosophy, and trivia. Anderson overcame life-threatening asthma in 2008 through holistic healing and meditation. Environmental activism. A vocal advocate for sustainability, he supports organizations like Anderson is an avid painter and sculptor. He claims to have written Owner of a Lonely Heart in a Dream. Discography highlights essential Jon Anderson listening. With Yes, Close to the Edge, 1972, Fragile, 1971, Tales from Topographic Oceans, 1973. Solo, Unveils of Untold, 1976, Song of Seven, 1980. Short Stories with Vangelis, 1980. The Living Tree with Rick Wakeman, 2010. Jon Anderson's career is a testament to the power of imagination and perseverance. At 79, he continues to create, collaborate, and inspire, proving that music is a lifelong journey. As he once sang, "We are the eternal dreamers / forever lost in a song."